Hi, welcome to MediatorPodcast.com, a podcast and video series about mediation, negotiation, and collaboration. My name is Melissa Gragg, and I provide online valuation, divorce, and mediation services in St. Louis, Missouri. Today, we're going to discuss an important topic, divorce, mediation, and grief, and why healing is important with Karen Millon. Karen is the founder of Healin, Healin with no G. She's an experienced entrepreneur in the healthcare space. She is a transformational coach. She's also host of the Healin podcast and author of An Amazing Divorce. Sometimes I think even working on yourself maybe could change some of the marriage. Again, it doesn't mean that it can fix it, right? But when two people have changed and two people have gone this way instead of like changing together where you're kind of weaving in, you're either coming back together and say, yeah, we want to do this again, or you're coming back and saying, it's not successful for me. Is it successful for you? And you do have two different stories. You know, like you could have a woman that's like, I've been unhappy for 5 years. And you have a man that's like, I thought everything was fine. You know, again, they're both seeing the reality that they want to see. But I think all of what we've talked about today, it's about taking that control back into your own hands, your healing, your trauma, your life. Will only change if you want to delve into that side. If you just want to be okay with how you're doing, but it's not working for you, but you're okay with it, that's fine too. But tell them how, because you kind of help them through the path. And it's through some of these things that you've talked about. But also, I mean, literally, like I could probably just listen in to you talk for like 10 hours. And I was like, yeah, I need to do some of that too with my oh yeah, I need to do some,
We all do. I have a coach and I have a therapist, and I have an EMDR practitioner and a hypnosis, that when I feel that I'm stuck or I'm having a hard time making a decision, I have coaches I pay, and you go. So the way I work is in a holistic way, at least 4 sessions, at least a month. And we do start, the initial session is, who are you and what are your goals? And where do you see yourself? What are your visions? What are your values? Because this is going to help you make decisions that are in line with your values, in line with the things that you really care about. So I do give you a list of 100 values, and I ask you to list the top 9. It's really hard. We look at your wheel of life, and a lot of us is like financially great, family great, emotionally, personally, big 0. So how's that right looking? Big bomb every time, boom, boom. You know, let's look at your life. How are we going to transform your life? What is missing? Your friendships, your health, your body. A lot of divorced women, or men, gain a lot of weight. They're like, I have a client who hadn't had sex for 15 years. And I'm like, is that something you want to get back on the horse? When they say, absolutely. So, okay, let's look at your health, emotional, financial. So that's the first session. And then usually with divorced women, we are, like you said, when are we telling the kids? How am I dealing with my friends, the in-laws, the house? You know, I have a mediation meeting tomorrow. Do I really want the second home? Do I really want that? Or am I just mad and I want to spite him? How do I feel about him introducing a new girlfriend? So a lot of the times in my experience, the sessions, I help you with whatever's bothering you today or this week. And as I told you before our session, a lot of them are parenting. So for example, one client last week was like, you know, I just freaked out at my 2 teenage boys. I scream at them so badly. I feel terrible. I lost my marbles. I don't want to do that again. I feel bad. I'm like, so what happened? They hadn't done the dishes. So when you go to the kitchen and you see that the dishes are not done, what are your thoughts? What thoughts come to mind? What's your belief? And she starts, they don't respect me. They take me for granted. They don't know how hard I'm working. And if you feel that they don't respect you, that they don't want you, that they don't take you, that they take you for granted, how do you feel? I'm pissed off. I'm angry. And if you're angry, what do? I scream my eyes out. I insult them. I called them names. I lost my marbles. And then what happens? They haven't talked to me for 2 days. They're super mad. How's that working out for you? Terrible, right? So let's talk about that thought and that belief. When was the last time you felt that way? When was the first time you felt that way? And that was my ex-husband who took me for granted, who I worked and didn't value my work because I made 50,000 less than he did. So therefore I had to do the dishes. I had to make up for what I didn't make, who treated me poorly. So this woman had been yelling at their sons when she really wants to yell at her ex-husband. And then we look deeper and we look at her dad and her mom and where are those thoughts coming from? And then we look at, in all reality, now that we looked at that, how do your children really feel about you? Oh, they love me. They don't disrespect me. They're not taking my work for granted. They're kids who want to play Roblox instead, period. Right? And it's like an aha moment, like, holy cow, like I was so mad at them. Like I yelled so hard, like, you know what I mean?